Moderation helps everyone feel safe.
Good for them.
Hey, Lizzie, you're in the feed.
No.
Oh
I just had to check it. Is it going right now?
I believe so.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, it says live, 19 seconds, 0 people.
Right there.
Hi, YouTube.
Good morning. We are live from Schooly Swarm 2024. We just wrapped up going live on my TikTok channel, so we are hanging out here. One of my goals for 2024 was to do a new YouTube video every single week, but with the excitement of this week and getting to Swarm, I have not edited a build video for this week. So instead, we're going to go live, we're going to talk about Swarm, talk about events, hang out for a little bit, and when we wrap up here, we're going to be jumping over to Josh's YouTube channel, where we're going to be talking about the 10 worst things about living in a bus. So once you're done watching this video, be sure to head over to Wonder Lounge and see what we're chatting about there. Looks like we got 2 folks in. We got a thumbs up. I don't know how. Do we see the chat on here?
I'll have it on my phone.
Okay.
So. Right. But no one is chatting yet.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
YouTube lives are new for me, so we're just kind of going with the flow. We talked about this yesterday, and that's about all the planning we did. So if you guys have questions while you're on here with us live, drop them in the comments. Ivan will have the chat up so we can look at it. So do you want to just start by introducing ourselves and how long we've been on the road?
Ivan. Oh, Ivan's busy.
Oh, yeah. I'm monitoring the chat here, so
Okay, Josh,
just give
go
me a
first.
second.
So I'm Josh. I have the Wander Lounge bus and also my channel, Wander Lounge. There might be a link there. I don't know.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
There'll be a link down below eventually.
Yes.
I've been full-time in a school bus for about 7.5 years now. I'm in my 2nd bus. I'm building my 3rd bus. I'm fairly up on the mechanical and specifications and diagnostics and repairs and maintenance and such on these types of things. So if you have any questions around that, definitely send them our direction.
And if you guys have been following along, you know that by now my name is Ryan, and I bought a school bus to convert into a tiny house on wheels. So I've been on the road now for over 2.5 years. May will be my 3-year anniversary. And so yeah, we're just kind of hanging out, having a good time.
My name's Carmen. I live in Alice the Schoolie. I also have a channel on here and TikTok, and I've been on the road for just under 3 years now. This is my first rig that I built, and I love it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trade it for anything.
And my name is Ivan. And Meshach Travels is watching us.
Hey,
There we
Kimberly.
go. Yeah, you can come join us. You're right behind my bus. And
She's actually at check-in.
Oh, she's at check-in.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
thanks for joining us then. My name is Ivan. I travel with Sylvie, my wife, in the little red bus behind us here, the LaCroix Cruiser, and TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whole thing, LaCroix Cruiser. Just look it up. And we've been part-time for 8 years, full-time for 5. This is our 3rd bus, hopefully our last.
It is their forever home.
Yeah,
That's what we said about our last bus, too.
Right.
But anyways,
That's what I said about my bus, and then like 2 years later, I bought another one.
yeah.
Has your bus been on tiny house tours on
Yes.
YouTube?
Yeah, tiny home
Or
tours.
has yours?
No, mine has not been.
Okay.
I do have a tour video of Ivan's bus, but I haven't published it yet.
Okay, so what we'll end up doing is down in the description below, we'll put links to tour videos so that you can check out. Oh, did you bring me food?
Uh-oh. Is that gooey butter cake? Oh, boy.
You want to come say hi to the folks on YouTube?
Marcy. Marcy.
So, Josh's wife makes this. This is gooey butter cake. If you haven't had this before, you're missing life.
Yeah. If you don't have diabetes yet, you soon will.
Yeah, exactly. That's Marcy. Hi, Marcy.
Hi.
So, how long have you been on the road?
2 years in June.
And are you on your first bus or 12th bus or
First bus.
You think you're gonna do another or
Yes, I want a bigger bus.
bigger bus?
Yeah, I want a 5 or 6 window dog nose.
What do you got right now?
5 windows.
Yeah.
You're only gonna add one window.
Yeah.
You're only going to add 2.5 feet. You're going to go big. Might as well go big.
I don't want
Get a
too
coach.
big. I can't afford that fuel.
That's true.
There's not that much of a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things you
8
wouldn't
miles a
expect
gallon
about
is 8
school
miles a
buses
gallon.
is they all get the
15
same
and
gas
9.
mileage,
Really?
and it doesn't matter how big they
I
are.
did 15 and 9.
Shoot.
So
I have a shorty.
Yeah.
let's jump in and kind of talk about events. So if you guys haven't heard of Schoolie Swarm before, that's where we're at right now. So this is the 7th annual Schoolie Swarm here in Melrose, Florida. It is the largest nomadic meetup on the east coast of the U.S. It's an event we all look forward to every year. So if you are new to the community or you haven't been to a Schoolie Swarm before, definitely check it out. They are starting to expand, and we say these are kind of like family reunions. So because we're all out traveling, we may not see each other for a few months at a time, but when we all get back together, we're like one big family, and it's like no time has passed. So if you guys are thinking about bus life, or you're already in buses, vans, any kind of nomad, even factory RVs are welcome here as well.
Yeah, we'll let
Yeah.
anybody
Cars.
in. We even let ambulances in.
Yeah.
Box trucks.
So
Sorry, I gotta go.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Schoolie Swarm is, the name Schoolie is sort of a misnomer. It's not just schoolies that are here. It's everything. There's coaches, there's tents, there's RVs, there's people in their Prius, people car camping, truck camping. There's a box truck here or two.
Yeah,
at
I was
least.
gonna say
Yeah.
there's one down by the lake.
Yeah, 3 or 4 ambulances. We have factory RVs,
They're live on
even
YouTube.
tow behinds. Haven't seen a 5th wheel yet, but it will come.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be one.
Yeah.
Even the first Schoolie Swarm, there were some
alarm?
non-schoolies there.
Yeah.
Oh, no more alarm.
No more alarm.
It was like, to me, it was like an inverter alarm. I was
Yeah.
like, who's got
Right,
low
somebody's
batteries?
got low battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is beautiful weather today. It is going to rain all day and be overcast, so all of our solar panels will be sad. But hopefully
We're
most of us,
generating a bit of electricity.
yeah, hopefully most of us have large enough capacity systems that we've got enough battery power already from yesterday, and we will generate enough through the day today. But today's not the day to dry your hair.
Took me a half an hour.
There will be no bread being baked today.
There will be bread being baked in my bus. Hillary is probably already baking
We have a
bread.
propane oven.
I don't know which.
I had to carry
We
it.
have an electric bread maker and a propane
Oh,
oven.
okay.
And I don't know beforehand which one she's going to use.
Okay.
Well, and even though my oven is propane, it's got a glow plug in it.
Yes, mine does too. 400 watts the whole time the oven is heating.
And every heat cycle while baking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I learned that one the hard way. It was my first summer on the road. I still had a smaller solar system than I do now with lead acid batteries.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm going to bake some muffins. And it was almost 8 o'clock at night, so sun was done for the day. I turn the oven on, have my muffin stuff all ready to go, and all of a sudden I look at my battery monitor and I can see the percentages dropping in real time because of the lead acid batteries.
Yeah.
Don't buy lead acid. Don't fall for the AGM battery lie. It's a lie.
It is a waste of money.
Yeah.
It may cost a little bit more upfront to do lithium, but do it right the first time and you will save the money in the long run.
So, first year full time, we had lead acid batteries. They lasted 1 year.
Yeah. About the same for me.
Then we got AGMs. They lasted a year and a half. Now we have lithium iron phosphate, and they've been going strong for 5.5 years.
Exactly. So let's chat about some of the other events that we've been to before and that are kind of on the East Coast. I haven't been out west yet, so I'm not as familiar with the West Coast stuff. So every year in Florida in February is Schoolie Swarm. Like I said, that's kind of the biggest one on the East Coast.
Right.
So moving down the calendar line, one of the next events that's coming up is Bus Bonanza. That'll be in March. So that's going to be in Central Georgia. That's one that I will be hosting up there. So if you are new to the community or established, it'll be a great hands-on opportunity. We have a workshop at our disposal where we will be doing hands-on things about electrical, plumbing, solar, maintenance, oil changes, things like that for these big rigs.
Yeah.
Josh will hopefully maybe be there depending on his schedule as
I
well.
think my schedule is working out.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I won't
there
be,
too.
Awesome.
which is bad for me, maybe good for you, but very bad for me that I won't be able to be at Bus Bonanza. It's a wonderful event. There's a few things that happen at Bus Bonanza. So Schoolie Swarm, like he mentioned, it's the family reunion without the weird uncle. We have the strange uncle. We have a lot of
Without
strange
the weird
uncles.
uncle.
We have a lot of the strange uncles, but we don't have the weird uncle, or the uncle that you really don't want to see.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
The weird uncle that lives in a bus.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. All of the.
but we do have at Schoolie Swarm this great sense of community, and that sense of community transfers over to Bus Bonanza because a lot of the same people. But Bus Bonanza, as well as just hanging out, people are actually helping each other, working on their rigs. Last year at Bus Bonanza, we had Joe that had his never-ending installation of a
Diesel heater?
heater. That took a little while, but he got it done with the help of other people. There was a bus that got painted there. Solar panels were installed.
Solar, yep.
Roof was painted.
Deck was added.
A deck was added. A door was modified from a double flap door to a single door. Electrical systems were rewired safely.
Bus broke down after an oil change, and Josh saved the day telling us what broke on it. That was my bus.
Yeah. The oil change had nothing to do with it. It was just
Yeah.
lucky.
It was
you know,
coincidence.
Yeah, coincidence that he was parked in a beautiful shop that was heated, nice concrete level floor. Everything was there in place that if you're going to break down somewhere, that's a pretty darn good place to break down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be a good time. And actually, I missed one. Isn't Nomads United
Yeah.
coming up? When's that?
That starts the 27th of February and goes until March 7th.
Okay.
And that's very similar to Bus Bonanza and having workshops and everything that explain and help people with solar and plumbing and nutrition on the road and helping to find free campsites and all kinds of stuff like that. Just more or less big discussions where everybody gets to share their knowledge that they learned in their build and stuff like that. And you usually learn something at the workshops. They're definitely handy.
Awesome.
That is in Plant City, Florida.
So if you guys are still hanging out in Florida looking for something to do between now and Bus Bonanza, it's a great another opportunity to hang out with the community, meet some more folks, learn along the way, and then turn your bus around and head to Georgia. And then when Bus Bonanza's done, most people kind of start heading out on their summer plans. I know this winter's been very mild in most places, so people will probably be venturing out a little bit farther, faster this year than normal.
Yeah, and then in the summer we have Schoolie UP that's in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Usually around the first week of August, last week of July.
Yep.
Yes.
The dates I don't think are determined yet.
August
But
The dates
2nd
are
through the
posted.
12th.
oh, they're posted.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the
second
second,
through
yeah.
the 12th or 11th.
2nd to the 12th of August. There you go.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to that one this year. Yeah.
Will
Well,
you be there,
and
Ivan?
so 1 year he went with a tent.
It was my first real tent experience, and I immediately realized that I did not like tents.
Yeah.
And so I will
Understandable.
never have a second tent experience.
The last time I slept in a tent was 1982.
Even though it's August, it's like 50 up there in the daytime, you know? It's,
And
not,
the-
it's not warm.
It was, we had rainy days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had like the top of the tent was like a mesh, and then there's like
The rain
another
fly.
rain fly that's
Yeah.
over it. But
Wind
for
comes
like
right
2
through it.
hours a day, every day, an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening, that mesh area, you just saw the mosquitoes,
Yeah.
you know, doing
Yes.
their darnest trying to get in.
And there is literally what is called mosquito hour.
yeah.
So as soon as the sun goes just under the horizon, we're invaded by mosquitoes for 1 hour. You don't go outside. You don't even try.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
This year,
Even the kids don't go outside.
this past year, I had an electric bug zapper racket thing, and I gave it to Ivan. And what do you remember? What your record was?
It was well over 200.
Yeah.
And that was like 15 minutes. And all you had to do is do this with it. You didn't have to swing. You just go through the air and you'd hear tee, 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 tee.
And this racket has a score counter on it, so every time it zaps, it ticks up.
Yeah.
So it makes it even more fun.
That's
I'll
fancy.
put a link in the description to that because I got it on Amazon.
Yeah, that and it is a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Every time you hear a mosquito frying, you know,
I love it.
So after Schoolie UP, what else is on the East Coast?
then we'll have Swarm, the Fall Swarm, which still yet to be determined because of a law change in New Jersey.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, we had an
screwed up.
event planned, but it fell through.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, that's the East Coast, and then there's tiny home shows throughout the whole thing, throughout the whole time. And you can look them up, and there might be a tiny home show near you that you don't even know exists.
Or if you do want a tiny home show near you and there isn't one that exists, drop a comment on the video and let us know where you want to see us come.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll start doing our own road show.
Yeah, because we are sort of, mobile.
Yeah.
Our foundations are made of rubber, and they're round.
And they're
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And they
Exactly.
spin.
So yeah, we just have a lot of fun at these events. It's usually the highlight of a lot of people's time on the road. And then we all get to kind of disperse and get our rest and recharge time after the events. And
Well, this is our rest and recharge
Yeah.
time.
This is my recipe.
Yeah.
I stopped working on my bus long enough to come to an event.
Yeah.
so if you guys have other questions about events, or you know more that you want to share with folks, drop them in the comments below once this video is posted as a full YouTube video. And I think we're probably going to wrap up our live on here so that we can refocus on Josh's channel. Since we've been live on my TikTok for it was
we
almost
got
an
10
hour
minutes.
earlier, and we've been live here for I don't even know what that says, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is probably about the right length for you guys to be watching this after the fact. So yeah, one more time we'll go around. You guys can plug what your channels are, and then we'll sign off.
Yep. So I am Wander Lounge on YouTube, and that's where we're going to be in just a minute here. Ivan is.
LaCroix Cruiser. You can find me on the 4 principal social media things, not the X one, but the other ones.
We'll make sure that Ryan puts links in the
Yes.
description also.
Yes, and Alice the Schoolie with underscores in between the words. Alice _the_ Schoolie. And I'm on TikTok and YouTube.
And if you guys are watching this on my channel, you obviously know this is Seeking Discovery. So go follow all my other platforms as well. And like Josh said, I'll put links in the description below so you can follow all of these fine creators. We're going to get back to having fun at Schoolie Swarm, and we will see you guys next week for a build video.
And don't forget the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all those other fun things.
Yep, and jump over to my channel for our next live, which is coming up in a few minutes. It's Wander Lounge,
Yeah.
WANDER LOUNGE.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you guys later.